Hey, welcome! Sometimes the biggest ideas are hiding in the smallest places. Today, we're going to take just one single, simple word from a dictionary and unravel a huge concept that's tucked away inside.
So, really, how much can you get from just one word? Well, it turns out that sometimes a simple dictionary entry can be a kind of doorway, a doorway to a completely new way of thinking about language itself. Let's jump in and find out.
All right, the word we're going to investigate is writing. And our source for this isn't some old, dusty book. It's the Simple English Wiktionary, which is a dictionary designed to be super clear. But even here, in this simple entry, there's a really profound story.
Okay, so let's dive right in. Now, to get to that hidden story, we first have to, understand the word itself. Let's do a quick breakdown of the anatomy of writing, just as it appears in its dictionary entry.
So first up, we've got writing as a verb. It's the form of write we use when we're talking about an action that's happening right now. Like in this sentence, I'm writing a new book. It's all about an action that's in progress. Simple enough, right? What's kind of cool here is that write is what we call an irregular verb. It doesn't play by the normal rules. You don't say, I writed a letter. You say, I wrote, or it was written. And this chart, well, it just shows us exactly where our word, writing, fits into this whole family of verb forms.
But wait, writing isn't just an action. It can also be a noun, a thing, an idea, a concept. In this case, it's a school subject. For instance, she is taking a class in creative writing. See, here, writing isn't what she's doing in that exact moment. It's the subject she's studying. Same word, totally different job. And the dictionary gives us one more little fun fact to chew on. Writing has a homophone. That's just a fancy word for a word that sounds exactly the same but means something completely different. In this case, it's writing, as in righting a wrong. Just a fun little quirk of the English language. So, we've got the verb, the noun, and the homophone. Pretty standard stuff for a dictionary, right? But buried at the top of the entry is this small, almost hidden sentence. And believe me, this is where the real story begins. There it is, right there, right there. Writing is on the basic English 850 list. When I first saw that, I had the exact same question you're probably having right now. What on earth is the basic English 850 list? It sounds important. And the key is this number, 850. This isn't just a random number they pulled out of thin air. It is the absolute key that unlocks this entire idea we're exploring today. 850 words. So let's connect the dots and see how this one little note about a list blows up into something so much bigger. It's not just a piece of trivia, it's our introduction to a whole system, a specially designed language known as Basic English. Okay, so what is it? The Basic English 850 list is the foundation for a super simplified version of English using only 850 essential words. It was created way back in the 1930s by a linguist named Charles K. Ogden. His idea was to make a version of English that was easy to learn and could be used for really clear international communication, especially when global tensions were rising. It's got all the fundamentals, words for things, for actions, and for ideas, like writing, that you need to express pretty much any concept. And this all leads to a really powerful question. Why would anybody want a language with fewer words? I mean, we usually think having more words gives you more power to express yourself. But what if sometimes the exact opposite is true? You see, the whole goal of Basic English wasn't to limit what people could say. It was actually to make big ideas more accessible and way less confusing. It's a tool built on this amazing belief that you can communicate really complex thoughts using just a small set of simple, essential words. And while it never really became the global second language its creators dreamed of, its spirit lives on in places that demand absolute clarity. Think technical manuals, the language air traffic controllers use, and even simple English versions of websites. And that leaves us with one last thing to think about. Think about your biggest, most important, most complicated ideas about your work, your life, the world. Do you think you could express all of that using only that core list of 850 words? It's a fascinating challenge for sure, and it really makes you think differently about what it means to truly communicate.